welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution. We are up to episode 91, surprisingly, and we are here with Raw. And as always, we have our pre-show, where hashtag DIY defeat my generically always jobbing tag team, Corino and Finley Jr. I will need to discover a new hill one, as we know. TM61 have been promoted, so I need one that's basically a hill-based one. We then carry on with Jack Swagger defeating Alexander Wolf. Jack Swagger needs a new gimmick, that needs to be noted. But a 62, he's coming in the right direction. And Ty Dillinger defeats Shane Strickland. They all say terrible, but they all get different ratings, so I don't get that at all. Anyway, Alberto Del Rio defeats Biff Busick. Oh, just a subpar one, this one. That's good. I just wanted Del Rio to get a bit of momentum back in his way. He hasn't had the best run for me, so I decided to carry on with this. Jay Lethal defeated Bo Dallas. Yeah, I want to keep Jay Lethal looking good. Bo Dallas needs some work. And my main event of the pre-show was The Miz defeating Rhino. Yeah, I had to give Miz a win. He's really not as over as I've seen on other people's games. I just can't quite get it to click for him. This latest storyline is probably his last chance, and then he might have to just stick to the Intercontinentals. It's as simple as that. I may have to look at other ideas I can use with The Miz. We can have to wait and see, really. Going into the main show, we have Triple H being joined by Kevin Owens and Ryback, who joined his team for the Survivor Series. Triple H says, "This is the beginning of my team to finish you, Undertaker, and what seems to be like your new ministry." The Undertaker is with Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor at the moment. And tonight you will meet my final members of my team. And Bray, you'll be facing Ryback later tonight. Bray comes out with the response, "I'm sure you picked some great talent, Triple H, but I know you will not want to face the remaining members of our team, and we're not going to reveal who they are quite yet. But everybody looks like, apart from Ryback, like Kevin Owens and Bray Wyatt are the stars of this, really, over Triple H. It surprises me. Cole, Phillips and Saxton are not very good." Yeah, I had to just throw Tom Phillips on the announcement because Jerry Lawler is going to retire. JR already has retired. I've lost probably the two best announcers according to the game. So I'm sort of stumped with ideas of who to use. In our opening match of the night, we have the Class Acts, Curtis Axel, Neil Miller and Shane Thorne, defeating Angelo Dawkins and the Ring Kings. The point of this was just to get the Class Acts looking better. Curtis Axel, again, as you know, is on a bit of a run for me. I need to remember to take William Regal, Shane Thorne's managers, and it's good to see improvements along the way. And after the match, William Regal, along with the rest of his team, Curtis Axel, Nick Miller, announced that hashtag DIY will be joining their team to face Neville. So yeah, we've got their team now. It's going to be Curtis Axel, TM61 and hashtag DIY versus Neville and his team, who is yet to be announced. Big E defeats Carlito in a quick match. Yeah, I did a quick match because of this. After the match, Kofi Kingston comes out to congratulate Big E on his dominating victory. Kofi Kingston grabs the mic, ready to announce the latest member of Survivor Series team. Big E is looking happy because he thinks it might actually be him being invited to join the team. Because at the moment Kofi's only selected one other person to be part of his team. So now Big E looks like he's like, yeah, I'm going to get invited to join Kofi and Sami Zayn. But no, he announced it's going to be Daniel Bryan. Big E looks sad, shocked with the decision, but he puts an awkward smile on his face for his teammate. So this whole idea is Big E is not going to get selected for this team. But I need to build up that he's not getting selected without it being just a flat out ignoring. But we'll work on the outcome of how it twists around. Chris Sabian defeats Enzo Amore, and Big Cass is a rubbish manager for Enzo. Apparently so. This is part of the tag team battle. I want Sabian and Shaddy to get a bit of a bump off of these two. Enzo's the weakling, let's face it, those two in ring wise. So he had to take the defeat. Triple H books, it's not a 6-person, it's actually a Survivor Series match that is going to be between the Certified G's, the Usos, and Jay Lethal versus the Uprising, Crime Time, and it's going to be Heath Slater. Heath Slater just the only one left really not being used, so you just need someone to be the jobber pretty much. Poor rating though, not sure why. It's been booked already. And Bad News Barrett defeats Roderick Strong. Yeah, I had to get Bad News beating someone incredible for this next segment. Bad News is walking back to his locker room when The Miz approaches him, asking him to join the Survivor Series team so he could get one over on Sami Zayn before their title match at Judgment Day. And Barrett agrees to join the team. So Wade Barrett is now part of Team Miz for Survivor Series, which I think is a big addition. So The Miz at the moment only has Barrett in his team. It's okay, we got a couple of weeks to build these teams. In our next match, Kurt Angle defeats Samoa Joe by disqualification when Samoa Joe just won't release the submission hold, and it's a really good rating of 78. I tried this match a few weeks ago and it didn't get that good a rating, but now suddenly it does. And Alberto Del Rio comes out with Samoa Joe just not releasing the hold, and Daniel Bryan makes the save. Simple enough. That's all it needs to do. I've had to do another bit of a squash match, or something pretty good. Baron Corbin defeats Justin Gabriel. I'm happy enough with that. He had to beat Gabriel to keep him strong, because most of the guys in the future I see are all actually faces. So Baron Corbin is the heel. He will need to find an opponent. I could turn someone. We'll work on it. Backstage, we see American Alpha track down Neville, and they ask to be part of his team so they can get their hands on hashtag DIY. Hashtag DIY just seem to have American Alpha's number. They want to be part of the team to put that to bed. So yeah, not the best rating, but building the Survivor Series matches. Bray Wyatt defeats Ryback in 11:56. Let's say I couldn't give Ryback the win over Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt is probably, outside the main three in the Shield title match, he's probably the most over of the guys now suddenly. So 74 is a good rating. And after the match, Triple H distracts Bray Wyatt so Kevin Owens, Ryback, and Harper and Rowan can jump him, and they still have a bit of unfinished business with Wyatt. So that is going to conclude Triple H's team, which I think is quite a good team. You've got the obvious first person out of the match. But we've got people that are going to be tough to beat. Kevin Owens and Bray Wyatt probably could shock everyone with their performances with Triple H and take it in the matches as well. I kind of just put this one in because I had a bit of time left, so I'm hoping it works out quite well. But I have Sami Zayn defeating Chris Jericho after Jack Swagger distracted Chris Jericho. They're having a bit of a rivalry of Swagger and Jericho, which is based on the real injury Swagger gave Jericho in the game. So, yeah, Sami Zayn at 82, he's absolutely just ready to be the next main event person. I just have to decide who I would like to be the person to take the title off Kofi Kingston. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose all in the ring, as agreed last week. They will pick opponents. Seth and Roman Reigns look at each other and nod in agreement that Dean will face this man tonight. And Daniel Bryan's music hits, so it's going to be Dean Ambrose versus Daniel Bryan. So 90 for the rating, really good. So next week we'll have one of these two. I'm probably going to go Roman because I want the champion to have the last match, but we can still see. And 82, I'm quite happy with this match. Dean got tired quicker than Daniel, but Dean Ambrose defeated Daniel Bryan with the Dirty Deeds, and that is actually how I'm going to end the show with the Shield man holding high. Well, I think Daniel Bryan needs to win. I need these three to get the wins in these matches. It's as simple as that. I can't have Daniel Bryan winning. So we'll end the show here. And we've got an 82. So I'm actually really happy with that. Because after Hell in a Cell, which has become a nightmare because of this international thing, so my storylines are not over enough, I think this Triple H one and the Shield one could have actually pushed us over the edge, which is great. So head back to the main screen just to double check these out and have a quick look at the odds and sods. And we're back, so we'll check the news. So we're getting different reports now because we're international. So we've got a vast majority of the show was liked. And that's because I guess we are moving in a different direction. Bobby Roode, Brock Lesnar have both relocated to New England. Austin Aries' contract is coming to an end, so that will have to be renewed, as he's finally got that big storyline he needs. I'm just going to give him 2 years because of the age. Okay, so he only wants to do. We don't really have much else anyway, so we don't have a B show anymore. So at 38, this is probably his last major run for me. He would like a better push. And there's a lot of Japanese guys that I can't sign. I'm just seeing if they ever make themselves available. So we've done that. Storylines. I am achieving it. So legend versus legend. Oh, the commentators one is an 82. Must be because of the main event, which is good. I should really add Tom Ferris to that. I've only got 74 on that. I've got 76 on that. These are really, really good ratings. Another 76. 72. 60 for the tag team, which is still pretty impressive. That will be weak. And 83 for them, which I expect. And a 69 on that. I think the only other one that's really good is the Beast. No? That one, Beast Unleashed. So we do have it set up. Creative meeting. We have Seth Rollins a bump, I think it. Oh, that's interesting to see that. Let me see. He's the primary heel over Seth Rollins. That may be the last match that's done that. We can double check because Dean hasn't actually won too many. He's been losing a lot of pay-per-views recently. He's in the 87s now, but Seth's on the 90s. Seth's in the 90s. And while we're here, we have to go to Shane Vaughan and remove William Regal. Sign them. So we have to do Enzo Amore because he doesn't like having a manager either. And Jack Swagger needed a new gimmick. It's still above average. What can we give Jack Swagger? Give it a face gimmick. We'll give him a legit one. We'll do something with his wrestling style. Shall we give him the All-American? Pretty much what he is. A dual sports star. He's not really a franchise. He could be a franchise player, I guess. We're going to give him franchise player and see how that goes. Yeah, probably bomb, but I don't care. I like the idea of that. So that is going to conclude Raw. We'll be back with SmackDown next time. Let us know what you think of the show. Thank you for watching.